So greetings, good morning from Fort Lauderdale. It's Mike's from myLazada.ph. I came over here to the beach. I'm actually staying right there at the Sea Club Resort just for one night. And the nice thing about that is I can come over here and wax philosophically. I'm leaning up against one of those, let me see if we can see it here. One of these just sort of containers. They have chairs on the beach that they like lock up, and I assume that there's supplies in here. And so I thought it would be just kind of cool. It's about 8 in the morning, so I thought I'd come over here and just kind of chill out. I'll be honest, one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is disappointment. So, as I mentioned before, Gracie and I are working on this project called BoracayBag, with the idea, at least for me, being that what I want to do is I want to make a bag that I think would be useful for outdoors people that are around the water. And I did a little bit of video on that. I think it was back around Valentine's Day. I shared about my idea for that. And again, anyone can make any bag anywhere. And certainly I could, double click on Alibaba.com and I could get them sourced in China potentially. But basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to make them in the Philippines by Filipinos and put Filipinos to work, because I was actually really motivated to do that when I met the guys that kind of made a very similar design, and we started chatting, and they said no, that they're made by Filipinos here in Iloilo. So anyway, I wanted to share a little bit about a disappointment and moving forward. And so if any of you have any degree of entrepreneurial spirit, or are entrepreneurial, or are into startups and that sort of thing, you know that imperfections occur for sure. And they certainly occur from places that you source product from, and from people that you source product from. And obviously when people are involved, then there becomes the opportunity for miscommunication, misinterpretation, and yes, disappointment. So why do I bring that up? Well, so Gracie and I are very excited because this guy Freddie, who is going to be making our Boracay bag, I sent him the logo, and he was going to have these ready, and I was all excited because I wanted to launch the website on March 1st. Now, I committed to launching a website on March 1st. I will launch a website on March 1st. It will have one item on it and one version, and that's all we're going to be able to have right now. But it doesn't matter, because I still think it's a great product, and I still am very committed to having it made in the Philippines, because I have this desire to put Filipinos to work, because they want to work, they just need more opportunity, I've discovered. Once you give them a little bit of opportunity, they're very good. And they have opportunity. They just need that sort of initial push. So, where are we with this? Well, so Gracie, as I mentioned before, one of the things that I wanted, the bag I want to design, has 2 shoulder straps and basically has sort of a backpack look to it, and usefulness. Therefore, you can always put one strap over a shoulder, but this has 2 shoulder straps with the pads, so you can wear it like a backpack, or you can wear it over the shoulder, or you can hang it on something, or you can hang it on a chair, and it's very much more versatile. And I believe has the ability to be more useful in your life, not just when, oh my god, I need this Boracay bag because it's pouring rain, or I'm going scuba diving or whatever. So no, I can use this every day of the week if I'm going to the beach and I'm going for the possibility that there may be some water somewhere. Because I think that's really what the great thing is about this, because I can tell you I have a backpack, and there's, in my mind, I'm like, well, stuff's in my backpack, it'll stay dry. As the bag wicks the water in through and then potentially damages the items I have in there. And because of that, I have my cell phone that I'm using here, as well as other items in plastic bags, plastic Ziploc bags that I keep in my bag. And I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. If this were in a Boracay bag, if I want it dry, I'm gonna put it in a Boracay. So anyway, so the first iteration we got of these, and I ordered 10. He put the logo on there. The logo is a little imperfect, in the sense that in my egotistical mind, I wanted the logo very big. So he made it too big, and so therefore when you're wearing the thing, it's like you look at it from the side and it's like, oh, it's an Oracaba. So that was me falling on my face and probably recommending the logo be in the wrong spot. So Gracie didn't like that, so I'm psyched that she's gonna basically put that in a way that she's really happy with. But the real downside is that he made it with one single strap, and that is sort of the default setting for these dry bags, for these waterproof bags, and I dislike that, and that's what I believe sets ours apart. That's what sets the Boracay apart from other bags, and so I absolutely want to stick with that. So, you know, several thousand pesos of test later, he is going to start. Our manufacturer is going to start doing it again. In a few days, and so I don't believe we'll have the backpack version of BoracayBag, basically the BoracayBag available, but I've got some other things that, or one other thing that I'm going to put on the website, BoracayBag.com, and that'll allow you to get involved with this project if you want. And the goal of this is to basically have a bag that is sourced in Southeast Asia. Now, I want to source it in the Philippines, and I want to sell it on Lozada, Fulfillment by Lozada, which is the Southeast Asia equivalent of Amazon.com. And so many of you are familiar with Fulfillment by Amazon. You basically ship product to their warehouse, they handle it after that. And so, as you might guess, Lozada has a model for that too. And unlike Amazon, where like you are not actually very much like Amazon, Amazon.com for the most part deals with the United States, Canada, and that sort of thing. And then there's Amazon.uk and other places, and Amazon's not really in Southeast Asia. Now they're putting warehouses over there, and they're starting to build up some market share, but for the most part, Lozada and AliExpress, Alibaba, has really got it going on over there. They're the Amazon of over there, truly. So what I want to do is I want to do that and put that on Fulfillment by Lozada. The other reason I make the caveat statement of I want it sourced in Southeast Asia is that Lozada has pretty separate websites for each country, and you could argue that that sort of makes sense, actually, right? So there's Lozada in Vietnam, there's Lozada in the Philippines, there's Lozada in Thailand, and there's Lozada in Singapore. So respectively, Lazada.com.ph, Lazada.co.th for Thailand, Lazada.vn for Vietnam, and then Lazada.sg for Singapore. And I believe there's also .my for Malaysia, and I can't remember what the 2-digit country code top-level domain name is for Indonesia, but let's say for the sake of argument it's IN. So regardless, we will be sourcing those in the Philippines initially until I'm given a very good reason not to, and those will be available. So I wanted to share this little speed bump with you as a description of why I live my ass off, and while I believe that if you're not living the dream, you're doing it wrong. Because part of the living the dream for me is having imperfection in my life, with a great contrast saying, yeah, but my life is so good right now because it was so lousy before. And this project is going to be so amazing when it's really complete and functioning, and it's leaned out, and it's really super simple, and all Gracie's going to have to do is text Freddie, and Freddie I put in air quotes, meaning the company in the Philippines, or Freddie himself, or Freddie's company, or the solution we have for sourcing these bags in the Philippines. I should spell Freddie PH, R-E-D-D-I-E. And we get those in the Philippines, and all we have to do is say, hey Freddie, need 1,000 more. And they get sent, and they go to you, the customer. So in any case, the video I made before saying, you know, hey look, I've only got like about 100 subscribers on YouTube, which I'm very excited about because you're basically all my friends. I promise that I will have bags available for you. I will have Boracay bags available. I will have a Boracay bag available for you with the original design in March. And so I'll figure out a way to get in touch with all of you, and because you're going to be part of my beta test group too. There's another message from, oh, you know what's interesting? So I'm taking JetBlue home. The flight's supposed to leave at, I think, 5:30, and they sent me a message this morning saying, yeah, flight's going to leave at 6:05, it's been delayed. And then the next message I got saying, oh, the flight's been delayed, it's going to leave at 5:50. And I'm like, okay, just keep going in that direction. Eventually we'll be back to 5:30, but 5:30 to 5:50, that's no big delta. I mean, I'll get back to San Diego about 8 something. It's a direct flight. And then, of course, taking advantage of the traveling to the left, where I gain the 3 hours across the United States. I love traveling to the left up until the point where I get into the international date line. And then I lose a whole day. But it's worth it to get over to Southeast Asia. So anyway, from Southeast Asia, BoracayBag is going to be hitting the market very soon, and it's going to be designed correctly. It's going to be an excellent solution, and I promise, it will be something you'll want. BoracayBag.com, tell your friends, Facebook.com/BoracayBag. It's Mike's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and the Sea Club Resort on the boardwalk, just chilling out this morning, saying I hope you're living the dream, because if you're not living the dream, you're doing it wrong, and you're doing it without a Boracay bag. Ciao.